Hello guys, in this video let's create a magic explosion effect in Niagara, and we use the material we created in last video. Okay, first we need to add some dynamic parameter in material and create a disappearing effect. Let's add a dynamic parameter to replace these parameters. And color, we need a particle color. Okay, now let's create a disappearing effect. Just use value step. Also, we need to change the blend mode to mask. Now we add a line texture to use when disappearing, so that static mesh disappears like a line. Connect the texture R channel to gradient. And we need a new dynamic parameter to control mask offset value. Now we can see there is something wrong with the line texture value, because we hope that the static mesh will not disappear when the dynamic parameter's value is 1, so let's add a constant, maybe 0.01. Okay, it's a complete static mesh. And we can change mask value. We can see the static mesh is disappearing. Okay, let's add a tiling to the texture. U tiling is 10. Okay, the effect looks better. Now let's create a Niagara system. We need a mesh render and select our cylinder and the material. Okay, now let's add a spawn burst and change the mesh scale mode. Set the mesh uniform scale to 5. Make it look bigger. Okay, that's enough. Now let's change the color. Also, we use the same color. And add dynamic material parameters. Now let's set these values. Exponent, we need a curve. 1 to 0. Okay. And base reflect fractions, negative 0.3. Mask, also a curve. 1 to 0. Also, we need to change the key data, because we need it to last for a while before the effect starts. 0.95. Okay, that's we want. And we need to set loop duration to 7, because we will add some other effect that may cause the effect to last longer than 5 seconds. Okay, then we add a scale color. Also use a curve 0 to 1 and set scale curve to 5. Also we need a scale mesh size and make vector. C channel is 1. X and Y channel, we need it from small to big. So let's add a curve 0 to 1 and change key data 0.01. Okay, Y channel is same. Okay, looks good. Now let's copy this emitter. We need to add some airflow around it. We need a new material. This material, let's delete value step and use world position offset to make a airflow effect. Okay, add a word text normal word space and multiply it by a noise texture. Also, we can use smoke texture. Add a panel and speed y is 1. Okay, multiply it by a dynamic parameter and connect it to word position of site. Okay, save the material and use this material to the new emitter. Word position of site, we need a random range float. 200, 500. Yes, we can see word position of site effect. Also, we need to change its color to control its opacity. So let's back to material and change the blend mode to additive and shading model to unlit. Also to set it. Now we use the alpha channel of the particle color to control the opacity. Multiply alpha channel by noise texture and connect it to opacity. We can change the alpha channel's value, maybe 0.01. Yes, we can see it looks like airflow. Now let's set scale colors, scale alpha. We need a curve and also 1 to 0. Key data is 0.5. Now it's gradually disappearing. Now let's rename these emitters so we can easily find them later. Cylinder and cylinder edge. Now let's create a new emitter and rename it to spark. Also spawn burst and spawn count is 100. And add a shape location. We need a cylinder shape. Now we need to make it match the static mesh cylinder size. So we can see the static mesh approx size is 400, 400 and 1000. So its radius about 200. And then we scale it 5 times, so the cylinder radius is 1000. Okay, almost same size. And the cylinder height is 5000. Since the cylinder's pivot is at the center, so we need to offset it upward by 2500. Okay. Also, we can use surface only. Now let's set the color, the same color. For easy change it, we can use a user parameter to control the color. Set all emitters color to user color. The alpha value in this emitter is not the same. We can change it in scale color. 0.03, the same value. Now we can see that the color of all emitters changes when we change the user color. Okay. And now let's add a curve noise force. Also, we need a random range float and set this value. Of course, we also need to add some other force. These are the basic settings, so let's fast forward. Okay, now let's add a sparkle effect. We need a scale color and a curve. Just make the key data on the curve cycle from 0 to 1. And set scale curve to 100. Now we have a sparkle effect. Also, we need a scale split size. Just 0 to 1 to 0. And set split size mode to random uniform. Maybe 20 to 100. Also lifetime 0.5 and 1.5. Of course, we need to have these particles appear again at the end of the cylinder, so the spawn time is 4.7. Okay. It looks a little too big, so let's set the split size. Okay, it looks better. And now let's copy the spark emitter. We need a line spark. So we need a random non-uniform. And set Y to 1000 and 2000. And we can see the particle is always facing us, but we only want it to stay vertical, so we need to change its alignment. Set split alignment. In particle spawn, just the channel is 1. Okay. Yes, now it's always stay vertical. Let's see it in the level. Yes, this is the effect we want. Okay, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.